Oh.
Bloody bandits can't go out in the streets no more.
At least before they didn't used to kill women.
Fall afoul of the king of beggars, and you'll get no mercy no matter who you are.
I'm gonna assume this is not connected because it doesn't look like our killer's MO, but we just walked in on Law and Order Novigrad. Pong pong! Eustace?
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue.
Fabian. Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right? No purse neither, as I recall.
So you've seen them before? Ah, collected other bodies with those injuries?
One of them? So there have been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow. Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame? Why? Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid.
Now, I assume there's a reason why he burned them, probably church doctrine, but add Nathaniel to our suspect list.
You searched Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets. Made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off.
Don't want to do that. But I am in a hurry, so...
Talk. What did you find on him?
As you wish. Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment, that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
That's human skin. Priscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Priscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
I don't want to start anything. Get out.
Get out of my sight. Now.
Huge question here. Where does the killer get human skin from? So does that implicate both of the doctors? Probably the mortician, wouldn't you say? So basically, it's one of the three people that I'm working with. Great. Right? Like, that seems like I'm on the right track. Right now, it could either be the mortician or it could be Nathaniel. It might be Joachim. Maybe Joachim, however you say his damn name. I just don't know yet. We need to go explore the crime scenes. Let's first go to the previous one, and then we can use the evidence we find there while exploring Priscilla's attack site.
Hey, pretty boy. What do I gotta do?
So, it should be right around the corner. Do you think it's in here? Can I cut in through this way?
Anyone home?
Begone, or I'll sick me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer, looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit your stupid mutts, lie down. Come on then. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
I like dogs. Charming creatures.
Charming as beasts go.
You daft? Even I'm scared of them. But better barking dog than an evil man at your door.
Got someone particular in mind?
Sure as shite. Bugger who did Fabian in. Soon as they'd hauled his corpse off, I ran to a mate who raised his fighting dogs. Bought these 2 mutts. Cost me a chunk of change. But I sleep sound at least.
So you are?
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
What'll it be now? Just Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head
Whoa,
on
what
to
happened
Mahakam.
here?
Be near my family, or what's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Well, the first thing you can do is tell me about the murder itself.
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag. But the smoke wasn't coming from Hierarch Square. It was coming from here. See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures. Folk gathered round the blaze, and found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. They see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleating orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. What do they care about some dwarf?
Any enemies your brother have?
Your brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf, a craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
All right, well, can I look around here at least?
Fine. We've talked enough. Need to look around.
There we
Be
go.
my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Pong pong. Ooh, we have a twinkle over there. First off,
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
so he made a pyre after killing him?
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones.
Why would a killer want to draw an entire city to the murder scene?
Murderer dragged something heavy. Dragged something across the floor. Statues. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
I like how my inner monologue is competing with me.
Aye.
Look at the sculptures, yeah.
Had a look at your sculptures.
And? Lifelike, aren't they?
The women especially. Never seen a bust that size on Melitele.
Oh, aye. Fabian's handiwork. I told him, brother, tits like that would crush her back. Whittle him down. He said, nay, they'd sell better this way. Told me to shut me trap. And sell they did. Till one sermon at the temple. And the celebrating reverend said that whoso buys idols from the non-human Myers sins twofold, as a heretic and as a lecher. That was the end of that.
Okay.
Fine. We've talked enough.
I don't want to get in the workshop
Need to
yet.
look around.
Yeah.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
What else is there? Definitely the workshop has stuff, but there's also this. Concerned Citizen Sermon. Remember, good people, that fire can be both a blessing and a curse. Fire can warm with its flames. Fire can prepare our nourishment. Fire can drive off the horrors of the dark. Yet, fire can also scorch, burn, and incinerate. That is why we must live in harmony with the eternal fire and its commandments. Whoever fails to heed its lessons, whoever lives in ignorance of it, whoever mocks it, the same shall lose his life in its flames. Take my counsel to heart, good people, or you will reap the consequences of your deeds. So the culprit left a note behind, set a pyre ablaze, and left the body in front of it. This is either, one, a religious zealot who wants everyone to know
Aye.
he or she is a religious zealot, or two, a very clever
Mind if I
ruse.
go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
So he was dragged from inside. Oh, shit. Right here.
More blood stains, but not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood, left a few stains behind. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
So he probably kicked it backwards. Explains the broken ankle and the toenails.
Aye.
Ah, here we go.
Already know what happened. Fabian was in the workshop. Murderer attacked him there. They struggled. Fabian was overpowered, then tortured. For a time.
I needn't know the details. Truth be told, I haven't the stomach for him.
When it was over, the murderer dragged Fabian to the courtyard, then made a pyre of sculptures, set them aflame.
But why? Why do all that?
To teach a lesson. To him, you, the whole city. Fine, we've talked enough. Won't learn anything else here. Take care.
Well, we need more information. We have to go see what happened at Priscilla's attack scene, because I just don't know yet. We have culprits, but we have no motive. Aside from, hey, religion, it's a thing. Like, I don't know if that's it, though. Oh!
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
So, there really isn't a time the killer strikes. It can be just during broad daylight. All right. We still need more information. Let's go in here.
You tramp. Novigrad's not your stomping ground.
Talking about you? Wendy! Do I know you from somewhere? Whistling Wendy. That sounds like a familiar name. Hello? You, okay, gonna push me out of the way. Wait, what the hell? Why is this locked? What,
Grab him!
Son of a...
Take him from the back! Together now!
I should have gone. I should have left when I had the chance. Should have gone back. All right, that's fine. Punch him. Woo! Come on, boys. Come on, boys.
Is he? Kill him!
Oh, ow. I was hitting each other in the back of the head. Ow! Speaking of which.
Damn it.
They're all up on each other's butts. Oh, all right. I need to spread them out. Jesus, criminy.
That's it, you're
Yeah, let's beat this guy up. Get him out of the way. All right. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Ah, Wendy, what did you do? Why is this happening? What did I do to you?
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brothers are waiting here to give him a warm welcome. For Priscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
You and Priscilla were friends?
You and Priscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Priscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Well, dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Priscilla wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Alright, well... let's look around.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
So, what are we looking
Red's
for?
ringing. Got a problem?
Oh, there we go.
I know that smell.
Formaldehyde.
Formaldehyde. A brazier. This time of year? Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weighed on his heel. Took a step back.
Do you think he knocked it over? Maybe Priscilla knocked it over in a fight?
Human. Priscilla's. Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way. Trail ends here.
Uh-oh.
Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
So is it a monster, maybe? Or someone that turns into a monster? A werewolf? Or vampire? Whatever it is, it's another concerned citizen. Remember, good people, the light cast by the fire dispels every darkness, reveals each lie, exposes every unworthy and debauched soul. Not even shape-shifting Dopplers can hide from its light. Not even witches and sorceresses, so adept at fooling the common folk. Not the loose women who walk the street and fog men's minds with their charms. Abandon then the treacherous and immoral magic arcane. Cover your bodies in modesty and provoke no unclean thoughts, and the eternal fire will expose for you all monsters and sinners, or else burn you too in its flames. All right, Wendy, we need to have a talk.
So, what is it?
All right, Geralt, let's hear what happened.
Think I know what happened here. Priscilla fought back, her assailant retreated, and knocked over the brazier.
Oh, so I was right.
Someone must have heard it. Maybe saw something, started hollering. Guards showed up. Murderer didn't finish the job, didn't cover his tracks. Just collected himself and leapt over the wall. Trail ends
Yeah,
there.
but how does someone do that?
You divined all this from a pile of rubbish and a few prints in the mud.
Do that practically every day in my profession. And practice makes perfect.
True enough. Just like I can tell right off if a punt'll pay or try to wriggle out of it.
That particular skill I could use myself.
All right.
Take care now. And I got a murderer to catch.
Okay, back to the coroner. Again, we now know there might be a supernatural element involved, but still, we're in that middle ground between it either being the coroner. I'm almost positive it's either the coroner now, or it's the Reverend. The Reverend because of the Holy Fire speech, the coroner because formaldehyde's everywhere, right? So it's either one of the two of them, or it's possibly our friend, Joaquin, who might be setting both of them up. Because all of them seem to not like each other, so I don't know where this is leading.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
Thank you, God. Okay, oh, here he is.
Geralt, right? I'm glad you're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you, especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter, and I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Yeah, speaking of Nathaniel, you don't get along?
Not fond of Nathaniel?
Very few people are. He's cruel and capricious. He stormed in here once, grabbed a scalpel I was sterilizing over a burner, sliced my back with it to the bone, because I had forgotten to lock the storeroom. Hard to be fond of someone like that, wouldn't you agree?
Well, that is definitely motive if you wanted to frame Nathaniel.
By the way, You and von Gratz don't exactly get along. Why is that?
I had him sent to prison. You see, Joachim led the student protests in 1242, a senseless and brutal revolt. People were dying, Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning. Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Yeah, can we ask this question? Thank you. Look a little young to be his teacher. That's a very good point.
How old's von Gratz? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
Is that true? I feel like that's not a thing. Maybe in this world. Still, pretty suspicious.
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad.
Alright, let's get to the autopsy then.
Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets, then opened the rib cage and... What's this? A parchment. Made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Oh,
Do
shit!
you know her?
Yeah!
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
UFO Commander, we are the future. We're gonna take you to the future. Then we're gonna get to the future, where everyone talks like they're from the future. UFO Commander, we are the future. We're gonna take you to the future. Then we're gonna get to the future, where everyone talks like they're from the future. Hello there, old spore. Me just got #1 out of the land. The bee's knees, the tip-top shape, I'm swell shape, and I'm gonna make a fortune for my ass for balls. Shut the balls up! UFO Commander, we are the future. We're gonna take you to the future. Then we're gonna get to the future, where everyone talks like they're from. Shut the balls up! UFO Commander, we are the future. We're gonna take you to the future. Then we're gonna get to the future, where everyone talks like they're from. Shut the balls up! Give me the... No! No! No!